Visiting a Shiva home, I heard the heart-wrenching story about the person who passed away. This family lost their mother, and the mother was in the hospital connected to all the machines, EKGs, etc. And her heart rate was not looking great, so they played classical music that she really, really loved. And they played it, and she started improving. And you can see her heart rate, brain activity, everything was really doing well. And she was not conscious. And while she was unconscious, someone said, I think she's doing so much better, and I really think that she'll get out of this, she'll come out of this. And even though she said nothing, everything started improving. The heart rate, the brain activity, everything was improving. They said it. They were like, yeah, I think she's going to get better. And then someone said, no, actually, I don't think she has a chance. I think this may be a small improvement, but she doesn't have a chance. And sadly, immediately, things went for the worse, and she passed away. And this was just such a powerful story of how words have the power of life and death. You say something good to someone, you can bring them life. And you say the opposite, heaven forbid, can bring death. There's another very moving story, also from a hospital I heard, about a young Hasidic Jew from Brooklyn who was being treated in one of the large cancer hospitals in New York, Memorial Sloan Kettering. And he had a rare form of cancer, and the majority of the chances were that he would not survive. And he survived. He survived against all chances, and as is the custom of many religious Jews, they made a Thanksgiving meal, not literally the day of Thanksgiving, but a gratitude to God, and they invite the doctor. And they say, doctor, you're a miracle worker. Everyone said that the chances are that I wouldn't survive. And the doctor said, I'm actually not a miracle worker. I did my work. But then the young man said, doctor, I want you to know, indeed, it wasn't the medicine you gave me. It wasn't the prescription. It wasn't the treatment that was revolutionary that you found. I want to tell you what made me better. What made me better is I was laying one night in bed, and behind the curtain there was another person also very sick with cancer. And I hear you speaking, and I say, and I hear you say, this person is going to survive. This person is going to survive because he is a fighter. And the patient says, the Hasidic Jew who recovered says, I heard you say that. He's a fighter and he's going to survive. And I said, I'm also a fighter. I'm also going to survive. And that's exactly what I did. I became a fighter and I fought to survive, and I survived. And doctor, it's not, that is what healed me. And they look at the doctor and they see he starts having tears in his eyes and he starts sobbing. They tell him, doctor, why are you crying? Your patient recovered. And he says, I'm crying because I'm thinking about how many more patients could I have cured, saying, you are a fighter, you can survive. How much more could my words have done to save the lives of so many by just telling them, you are a fighter, you can do this. And that is the power of words. It's the power of life and death. Parshat Behaalotcha, we hear about Miriam speaking Lashon Hara, negative speech about her brother Moses, without really any major negative intention. And yet she gets punished severely. And she has tzarat, leprosy, everyone waits for her. And it's just such an incredible lesson that Miriam, who had no bad intentions, who really meant only good and only meant well for Moses, was taught, and we were taught through that righteous woman, the power of words. The power of words is the power of life and death. And that is the lesson of Parshat Behaalotcha. It's that your words count. Your words have the power of life and death. And may we all be blessed not only to withhold ourselves and make sure we don't say anything that hurts someone or has a negative impact, but that we have the words to say, you are a fighter, you are a hero, you are recovering, and let people know that the power of words is the power that will give life and will bring life to this world. Shabbat Shalom.